All right, joining me live now from Abuja is Gloria Ume Ezeoke. Hey there, Gloria. Here it was a bit wet in Abuja today, but that didn't stop you, right?
Yes, indeed, Ijoma. Well, that's it from Abuja. Now the news from the Federal Capital Territory. It is no longer a speculation. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, has thrown its weight fully behind Nicholas Ukachukwu as the governorship candidate of the party for the November 16 governorship election in Anambra State. At a rally at Awka, the state capital, the chairman of the party in the state, Mr. Kenneth Imekai, announced the decision of the party to abide by the Federal High Court ruling which affirmed Ukachukwu's candidature in the governorship contest.
It was all excitement at Amansi, a boundary town between Anambra and Enugu states, as members of the People's Democratic Party gathered in their hundreds to await the arrival of the party's leadership in the state and the candidates for the November 16 governorship election. On their arrival, the rally moved to Imaya's complex in the state capital, Awka, where the state chairman of the party delivered the message from the National Working Committee to the crowd on the party's flag bearer for the election.
The National Working Committee of People's Democratic Party gave me only one message to the people of Anambra, to PDP members in Anambra, that that PDP has a candidate in Anambra, that will have a gubernatorial candidate in Anambra.
While seeking the understanding of the people of the North Senatorial Zone, the state party chairman gave reason for the latest development.
The people of Anambra should understand clearly that we share in their agitation, we share in their agitation, we share in their sentiments, which was why our members voted massively to Tony Nwoye. But the court said, as at now, that he's not qualified. So Anthony Nwoye is on appeal. The matter is at the Supreme Court now. So if tomorrow the court says he is qualified, he takes over the flag. Otherwise, Nicholas continues as a candidate with Ekwere Ekwu from the North as deputy.
And then he introduces the candidates, having earlier presented his running mate, Mr. Harold Ekwere Ekwu.
Make sure you are ready to work for PDP. Everybody here is a canvasser. Everybody here is a coordinator. Everybody here is chairman. Everybody here is the Kukoma. Everybody here is PDP. PDP!
Other aspirants who contested alongside Mr. Ukachukwu in the primaries were also present to lend their support.
The courts, held that there was some, disabilities, some impediments that would make it impossible for him to fly a flag. Then Ukachukwu, who was the second runner-up, became the candidate.
We were 15 aspirants that contested, and fate, as God, has had the final say that Ikwama is the candidate.
For the party's members from the North Senatorial Zone, note the party's position on Ukachukwu, who is from the South Senatorial Zone, as against Tony Nwoye from the North, who was the party's candidate before the court ruling, affirming Ukachukwu.
The man Ikukwoma has a big heart. The Ikukwoma Farmers Loan Scheme for Anambra North alone has covered more than 5,000 farmers in a program of 150 million. I must tell you that nobody in Anambra North has shown us so much love like this.
The PDP may have done the needful to avoid missing out in the governorship election. Although the matter is before the Supreme Court for now, the party's flag remains in the hands of Nicholas Ukachukwu.
Well, some respite is finally on the way for traders at the Polythene Dealers Market, Awada Layout, Onitsha, Anambra State, whose shops were razed by fire. The Labour Party candidate in the November 16th Anambra elections, Ifeanyi Uba, who visited the market, has asked for a data of all the traders involved, promising to help them get back on their feet again. He added that there must be a functional fire service and industrialized parks.
Traders in the Polythene Dealers Market, Awada Layout in Onitsha, Anambra State, will not forget in a hurry the fire that razed their shops worth several millions of naira and brought their lives almost to a halt. What may be consoling, however, is this visit by Labour Party candidate Ifeanyi Ubah alongside his deputy to ascertain the level of damage done.
We are helpless, jobless, almost hopeless.
This is one occurrence that should compel sympathy from any willing heart, but unfortunately, it's not so.
The government has not come. It's not the fire service that visited here, but the state government has not. They've not seen them. There isn't any compensation coming from them. They have never done anything.
We need to replan the whole scheme. We need to set up what we call the industrial complex, the way it is seen all over the world. If we have this kind of heavy industry in industrial complex, and we'll support them.
Commerce and trading is one of the mainstay of people from this state, and that should underscore the need to look at creative ways of harnessing them vis-a-vis a conducive environment. The Labour Party insists that it has the capacity to do this if voted into power come November the 16th.
The Kogi state government appears set to take agriculture to another level with the introduction of the agricultural biotechnology. This indication was given at a forum on agricultural biotech in Lokoja, the state capital. Another feat has been achieved in Nigeria's public health system as 2 successful open-heart surgeries have been recorded at the University College Hospital, Ibadan, Oyo State, southwest Nigeria. The surgeries, which were carried out on a 10-year-old with a hole in the heart and a 19-year-old whose valve was replaced, have been described as the beginning of an ambitious cardiac program for Nigeria and other parts of Africa. At the end of the week-long procedure, the Chief Medical Director, UCH, Professor Temitope Alonge, urged the government and well-meaning Nigerians to help fund the cardiac center. 364 days before the University College Hospital Ibadan could put the multi-million-dollar cardiac center, which was established through public-private partnership initiative, to good use. The state-of-the-art equipment requires experts who are familiar with such cutting-edge technologies to function.
We're the premier teaching hospital, and if there's anybody that should lead it, we're supposed to, and so that's exactly what we're doing. So we're leading the way for others to follow.
The leader of the team and head of cardiology Tri-State Cardiovascular Institute, Delaware, USA, Dr. Kamal Adeleke, told Channels Television after the surgery that all the cases done were successful.
She looks marvelous.
The cardiothoracic surgeon who operated on the children, Dr. Paul Davis Mill, explains that having done the surgeries, the patients have no limit to what they can accomplish.
Now, there are 2 different problems that we corrected. The atrial septal defect, the hole in the heart. The patient should have absolutely no side effects from that.
A fortune smiled on 19-year-old Kazim Ojo, who has lived with a defective heart for 9 years. He had his left valve replaced, and barely 24 hours after, he's on his feet.
When the surgery commenced, I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
So when I woke up and found my body that I was like, thank God.
With the template set for all cardiac procedures in the country, the projection is that medical tourism will reduce. And that's all from the FCT. Now back to you, Ijoma.
Well, thanks a lot, Gloria. Fantastic achievement indeed for the nation's healthcare system there.